everyone, welcome you back in my geography class. Today we are going to start with a new chapter of class 10. The name of the chapter is the manufacturing industries. This chapter is quite a vast chapter and we need to cover many topics in this chapter, but today we will cover few of the topics. So let us know which are the topics that we are going to cover in today's video. We will know about the definition of manufacturing, we will know about the importance of manufacturing and the relationship of agriculture and industries, and we will also know the contribution of manufacturing in the economy. So without wasting much of our time, let us start with the chapter. Let us know what do you mean by manufacturing. What is manufacturing? Manufacturing is related to production. Then what is the definition of manufacturing? Production of goods in large quantities by processing the raw materials to more valuable finished products is called manufacturing. So what is manufacturing? Production of goods in large quantities by processing the raw materials to more valuable finished products. Manufacturing falls under the secondary sector. Here, the people who are employed in this sector, what they do? They manufacture the raw materials. That means the primary materials into finished product which is more in value. Now let us understand the concept of manufacturing with the help of an example. Here are the cotton balls. From which we get the raw fiber. This raw fiber and cotton balls, these are the raw materials. Or we can say the primary materials. From the cotton ball, we obtained the raw fiber, and then the raw fiber has to pass through certain stages of production like spinning, weaving, knitting, and after that we will obtain the final product, that is the garment. Now we will see that with each stage of production, the value of the product is increasing. For example, that the cotton balls were brought at rupees 10 per kg, from which we obtained the raw fiber and we got the yarn, which is much more valuable and much more useful. Now the yarn has to pass through these processes of spinning, weaving, knitting, dyeing and other processes, and then we obtain the garment which is sold for rupees 800. So we can see that how with each stage the value of the product is increasing. We can understand that the finished product that is obtained is much more useful and hence it is more in value. We cannot use the raw material directly, like the cotton balls. We cannot use the cotton ball directly. We need to process it so that we can get the garments. After the process of manufacturing, we will get the garment and then we can utilize the garment. So we can well understand that the raw materials are processed into more valuable finished products, and those products are much more useful than the raw materials. Now let us understand what are inputs and what are the factors of production when we are talking about manufacturing. Now what are inputs? Inputs means things which are required in pre-production stage, like the raw materials, the machines, all are inputs. There are factors of production without which production is not possible. So what are they? Number one is land. It is important to have suitable land at appropriate place for production. So land is the first requirement for production. Number two, we need labor. There should be cheap and abundant supply of labor. Number three, we need capital. That means we need money. Why? So that we can buy the machines, so that we can buy the raw materials, and also to pay the wages of the labor. And what else we need? We need human capital. That means we need knowledge and enterprise. Or we can say in other words that we need a person who can combine the other three factors of production, that is land, labor and capital. So these are the factors of production which are required for any industry. So these are the factors of production. Any industry cannot run without inputs. They need land, they need labor, they need capital and human capital. Now, as we are reading about the manufacturing sector, it is very important to know that a country's economic development is strengthened by the development of manufacturing sector. Manufacturing sector is considered as a backbone of the economic development. So now let us understand that why manufacturing sector is considered as a backbone of economic development and what are the importance of manufacturing sector. So let us understand about the importance of manufacturing sector. Now let us know the importance of manufacturing. So now we will get the answer that why manufacturing sector is considered as the backbone of the economic development. Manufacturing sector helps to modernize agriculture. How the manufacturing sector helps to modernize agriculture? By providing machines, fertilizers, and this will give a boost to agriculture because with the help of the machines, the fertilizers, the production of the agriculture sector will increase. So it will help to raise the agricultural productivity. Now, manufacturing will not only help to raise the agricultural productivity, but it will also help to reduce the heavy dependence of people on agricultural income by providing jobs in secondary and tertiary sector, especially in the developing and the less developed countries where a large number of people are engaged in agricultural activity. It is very important to provide alternative job opportunities in secondary and tertiary sector. For example, like our country India, more than 50% of our population is engaged in agriculture sector. So we can say there is heavy dependence of people on agricultural income. Now when there will be other job opportunities, this dependency will reduce. Industrial development is a precondition to eradicate or to remove unemployment and poverty. So in the less developed and developing countries, if there will be more industrial development, that means more employment opportunities will be created. Like in our country India, we know that there are a large number of unemployed educated youth who are not getting job because there is scarcity of job in our country. So if there will be more development of industries, unemployment will be eradicated, as people will get employment, and as there will be employment, that means there will be a steady income which will help to increase the standard of living of the people and thus will eradicate poverty. Now, industries are also important because it aims at bringing down regional disparities by establishing industries in backward areas. Now suppose there is a place A and there is a place B. Now in this place A, there are industries, your people are employed, the standard of living is quite high. And here is place B, which is a backward area where there is no industry, there is no employment opportunities, the standard of living of the people are very low. Here people are mostly engaged in agriculture sector. So we can understand that between both the regions there are disparities. This region is highly developed and this region is not developed. So to reduce, to bring down this regional disparities, what we need to do, we need to establish industries. So industries are also important so that we can bring down regional disparities. How? By establishing industries in the backward areas like the tribal areas. Now there are other importance of industries. Now let us understand. Industries will also help in the expansion of trade and commerce. How? As there will be more industries, That means there will be more production. So we can say that production will increase. Now this more production will be exported to other countries. That means it will lead to expansion of trade, and this will help to bring foreign exchange. So industries will also help in the expansion of trade and commerce. So now we can say that in a country where there will be more industrial development, that country will be more economically developed. That country will be more prosperous. So we can say that countries that produces goods at a large amount by processing the raw materials into more valuable final products are prosperous, and there will be more economic development. Now, as we are talking about the processing of the raw materials into a more valuable final product, so here we can understand that from where we can obtain the raw material, we can obtain the raw material from the primary sector, that is agriculture. So agriculture and industry is related to each other. Now let us understand that what is the relationship between agriculture and industry. Now let us understand the interdependence of agriculture and industries. Now we will see that agriculture and industries are not exclusive of each other. Rather, they go hand in hand. Now we can say that agriculture is related to industries. So agriculture and industries are related with each other. Now let us see that how industries are related with agriculture. Now industries are dependent on agriculture. Why? So that they can obtain the raw materials like sugarcane, jute, cotton. So the industries obtain their raw materials from agriculture. Without raw materials, industries cannot run. What they will manufacture without the raw materials? So raw materials, which is the most important criteria of any industry, is procured from where? From agriculture. Now how agriculture is dependent on industries? Industries provides agricultural inputs like fertilizers, pesticides, insecticides. It also provides agricultural implements like machines, tools, irrigation pumps, which raises the agricultural productivity. It also increases the value of the raw material. How? After processing. also it increases the demands of the raw material. Now, as the demand of the raw material will increase, it will also help the industries because the production of industries will increase. So, as a whole, export will also increase. Now, not only it increases the value of the raw materials, but also it increases the demands of the raw material, and it also reduces the pressure on agriculture by absorbing the extra labor. So this is how agriculture and industries are related with each other. It is very important to remember that we are living in the era of globalization where the industries need to be efficient and the industries should have competition between them. Self-sufficiency alone will not help, because we must remember that there is global competition. So the products that will be manufactured should be at per the quality of the international market. That means the product should be capable of competing in the international market. The quality of the product should be at per the international products. Then only we will be able to compete in the global market. Now let us know about the contribution of industries to national economy. Contribution of industries to national economy. Now, let us know that what is the contribution of industries to national economy. Now, the contribution of industries to national economy is 27% of the total GDP, out of which manufacturing industries contributes 17% of the total GDP. That means out of 27%, and rest 10% is contributed by mining, quarrying, production of electricity and gas. That is 10% of the total GDP. Now, if we will compare this with some of the East Asian countries, then we will see that the share of GDP is much lower than some of the East Asian countries like Indonesia, Malaysia. It is 25 to 35%. Now, if we will look at the trend of growth rate in manufacturing, it was 7% per annum, whereas the desired growth rate is 12%. Now we will see that from 2003 there is an increase, or we can say improvement in manufacturing, and manufacturing is again growing at a rate of 9% to 10%. Now let us find out the reason that why manufacturing sector is again growing. The manufacturing sector is again growing with appropriate policy interventions by the government and also by the increased efforts of the industries to improve productivity has led to the increase, or we can say growth, of manufacturing industries with the purpose of improvement in the production of manufacturing, which will ultimately lead in the growth of manufacturing sector. MCC was set up by the government as National Manufacturing Competitiveness Council, which was set up in the year 2004 with the objective to improve the productivity of the manufacturing sector. I hope all of you understood the topic that has been discussed in today's video. If you have any problem, you can let me know by commenting in the comment box given below. There is a PDF which has been attached in the description box which will make your chapter more easier. So these topics are covered in that PDF. So just follow the PDF, go to the description box, click on the link and download the PDF and see how the chapter is going to be easier for you. I hope all of you will like the video. If you like it, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you and stay tuned. I will be back soon with the new topic on this chapter. Till then, study well and take care. Thank you.